Hi everybody, welcome back to another New Year's Challenge video brought to you in collaboration with WUUFLY. My name is Ree and today I'll be guiding you through another flow. We will be focusing on the air element and the earth element actually in this flow, so a combination of the two. The flow is just nice and fun. We'll be moving into the hamstrings and the hips and a little bit into the shoulders. We will be doing an arm bind, so you're welcome to get a strap or a belt ready. We will also be using a block, so one yoga block is fine, but if you want another one handy just in case, then please get one ready. And when you are ready, I will join you on your mat in a moment. Make your way down onto your back when you're ready. Take hold of your yoga block. Draw your knees in and together and gently move the knees over to the right. Bring your yoga block also out to the right and your left hand can come on top. Take hold of the block with your left hand. On an inhale, just gently lift the arm up and all the way over to the other side. Inhale, bring the arm back. Exhale, lower that block down. And again, inhale, lift the left arm up and over, still holding onto the block. And inhale to rise. Exhale, lower the arm down. Two more times. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, allow that left arm to move back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower the arm. One more time. So on this final time, you're going to take the arm back and leave it there. So the left arm goes all the way back to the opposite side. Allow that left shoulder to relax. Don't worry if the knees start to separate. Take two more deep breaths here. And draw your knees into center. Bring your knees now over to the other side. If you need to shuffle across to the right, if you haven't got enough space, do that. And then bring your right arm across. Take hold of the block with your right arm. Inhale, lift the arm up and bring it back. And then draw it up and bring it down. Three more. And you can follow the block with your gaze if your neck is okay. Two more. Last one. This time, take the right arm up and over, follow the block with your gaze and just rest the right arm down on the floor. Breathing into the right side of your body now. Take a nice deep breath in. Draw your knees back into center. Place the block down by your side and bring your knees into your chest. Hold on to your legs. Give your legs a nice squeeze in tight and let the back of your head find the floor. Also feel the whole of your spine on the mat. Draw your shoulders down. Three big belly breaths here. So as you breathe into your stomach, feel that expansion and feel it press into the tops of your legs. Exhale, try to release. And again, keeping that intensity, breathing in, breathing out. Last breath. Wonderful. Lower the feet down and take the block. Place the block between your knees. Press the lower back, your lumbar spine into the mat. Let the feet hover off the floor and make sure the knees are directly over your hips. Press your hands down into the floor and keep the feet together. So keep pressing the knees into the block so you don't lose the block. And then all you're going to do is very gently twist the hips so that you're moving the feet side to side, but keeping the knees pressing into the block directly over your hips. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend the legs, send the block up to your feet. Squeeze the block with your feet and just again extend the legs. And you can either keep them over the hips, or if you like a little bit more of a challenge, send the legs away. Press into your lower back so it's not lifting. Hands either side. Same again, you're going to try and tilt the hips or swivel the hips here. Just moving the hips, keeping the lower back into the mat. 10, 9, squeeze the block. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kind of wakes up your hips and it's harder than it looks. Hope you felt that. From here, take hold of your block and you can place it on the low setting or the next setting up, so the long thin edge. Have your feet as close to your bum as possible. You're going to just lift your hips off the floor and just slide the block under your setting of choice and just place it under the psoas, pelvis, bony bit, not in the lower back and definitely not directly under the glutes. So once it's in place, you can stay like this and just make sure the back of your neck is nice and long, tuck your chin under. Or you can slowly walk your legs away, keeping your feet nice and wide for stability. Once the legs are fully extended, allow the feet to just flop out to the sides and just feel the hips and the pelvis really getting a nice stretch and a nice opening across here. Oh, it feels really good. So if you have the block on the low setting and you're not getting much of a feeling, just gently walk your feet back in, lift the hips and just turn the block up to the next setting. You'll definitely feel it now. Relax the shoulders. One more breath here. Draw your feet back in. Gently press the floor away, remove the block, and then just window wipe your knees right to left just to release through the lower back. And then roll over onto one side and gently come up. Come into your tabletop, spread your fingers. Make sure your hands are directly under your shoulders. We're going to just take very small circles over the wrists, going in one direction and then the other direction. Tuck the toes under and then gently send your hips back towards your heels. So you're stretching through the arches of your feet now. Walk your hands forwards. I'd like you to tent the fingers of your hands and just keep that length down the sides and down the back as you lower your forehead to the floor. Take a few deep breaths here. Inhale, draw yourself forwards. You're going to take your block one final time. We're going to move into a supported malasana or yogi squat, rooting down through the feet for this one. You're welcome to sit on the block to begin with, taking your feet wide, letting the toes turn out, bringing your elbows inside your knees, drawing your heart forwards to meet your thumbs, so hands in prayer. So this is quite nice to start with because it takes the pressure off the hips and it allows the hips to open a little bit more, well, less aggressively and more in their own time. And whilst you're here, continue to root down through your feet, draw your chest forwards and lengthen through the back. And while you're on your block, if you are still on your block, that is, you don't have to stay on the block if you are used to malasana and have open hips, lucky you. If you are on your block, it makes it a little bit easier to do the next sort of stretch. You're going to bring your right hand down to the floor, pressing the top of your right arm into the inside of your right knee. Gently lift the left hand up. Follow the hand with your gaze and keep drawing that left arm back. And as you draw the arm back, push the right arm into that knee. Exhale, release. Left hand to the floor. And again, you're pressing the top of your left arm into the mat, into the leg. Reach your right fingers up. Follow the hand with your gaze. Beautiful. Exhale, release. Hands to the floor, standing slowly into your forward fold. Gently walk the feet in. You can move the block out the way now. Dangling forward fold here, and you can take hold of your elbows and just sway back and forth, side to side. And now you're going to turn to face the top of your mat and just take a few steps to get there. Slowly start to lift. You can roll up or you can just come up to halfway and then full stretch. Reach your arms overhead. Nice full body stretch. Take hold of your elbows. And we're going to just do some shimmying. So you're going to just gently sway the arms, sway the shoulders back, look up, look down, look left, look right. You can take some little circles with the elbows and shoulders. You could lean to the right, you could lean to the left, just stretching through the upper body a little bit. Inhale, full body stretch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Flatten through the spine. Exhale, plant your hands down. Step your right foot back onto the toes. Inhale, runner's lunge, look forwards. Exhale, plant the right knee down, untuck the toes. Anjaneyasana, your low lunge, swoop your arms forwards and up. Exhale, plant the fingers down and take your half Hanumanasana, your half split, pulling that left hip back, pulling your left toes with it. Inhale, move forwards, tuck the back toes, step your left foot back to join your right foot, high plank. Pull your core in, pull forwards, lower knees, chest, chin, slide it through to your cobra. Glutes on, press your feet down, pull forwards over your pubic bone. Inhale, peel the chest forwards and up. Exhale to child's pose. Inhale, pull forwards, tabletop. Make sure the knees are back under your hips, tuck the toes. Inhale, lift to your downward facing dog. Check in with your neck. So just look under your right arm and then under your left arm. Spread your fingers. Bend through the knees as much as you like. Lift the heels and draw your chin to your chest. Push through the arms, nice and strong. Keep sending the hips high. Keep the knees nice and soft. Keep moving the crown of your head, top of your head, towards the center of your mat. Your right leg steps between the hands. Inhale, runner's lunge, gaze forwards, lift your chest, but shoot that left heel back. Exhale, lower the left knee. Anjaneyasana, low lunge, swoop your arms all the way up. Exhale, plant your hands down, send your right hip back, pull the right toes back with you. Inhale, pull forwards, tuck the back toes under, step your left foot to the top of your mat. Uttanasana. Inhale, lift all the way up, plant down into the arches of your feet. Bring your hands to prayer. Exhale, hands back to your elbows now. And start to take your little shimmies or your little circles. Make sure you're going both directions, or your little side stretches, drawing the shoulders nice and high up to the ears. Inhale, reach your hands nice and high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands down, step your left foot back, runner's lunge, look forwards. Exhale, lower the knee. Inhale, lift your arms, low lunge. Exhale, half Hanumanasana, take the right hip back, right toes with you. Inhale, bring your hands down, step your right foot back, come into your high plank. Pull forwards now, shoulders, elbows, wrists. Gently lower, knees, chest, chin, slide it through. Inhale, cobra. Remember, grip the mat with your fingertips. Push your hips and toes down. Exhale to child's pose. Pull forwards when you're ready into your tabletop. Tuck your toes and rise to downward facing dog. Make your adjustments. Readjust your hands and your feet. Soften through the knees. I'd like you to grip the mat, the outer edges of your mat with your hands. So keeping your down dog shape, but just holding the mat at the edges. Tuck the chin under. We're just going to pulse the chest through the arms towards the back of the room or towards your knees. Meanwhile, the crown of your head is moving towards the center of your mat. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Bring your hands back in. Left foot steps between the hands. Runner's lunge. Inhale, look up. Exhale, lower the back knee. Your low lunge. Reach your arms up. Exhale, your half split. Send your left hip back. Pull your left toes back with you. Inhale, pull forwards, right toes tuck. Step your right foot to the top of your mat. Take your forward fold. Inhale, rise. Bring your hands up to prayer. Exhale, take hold of your elbows again. Take your little movements, your side stretches, and your shimmies. Inhale, hands in prayer, lift up. Take a gentle back bend, rooting down through your feet. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, forward fold, hinging at the hips, bending those knees. Inhale, halfway lift, push down through the arches of your feet, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, fold, feeling that tummy thigh connection. Just walk your feet now out to the edges of your mat. Turn your toes slightly out. Start to bring your right arm under your right leg, palm away, and bring the back of that right hand to the back, to the right thigh. Maybe the left hand links around the lower back and finds your right fingers. If it doesn't quite get there, you're welcome to use a strap or a belt. Start to look over your left shoulder if your neck is okay. And start to straighten through the legs, sending your hips a little higher. Release the bind, come back to a dangle, and you can take hold of your elbows and just sway. Other side. Feed your left arm through under your legs, taking the palm away, bringing the back of the hand to the thigh, left thigh. Wrap your right arm around your back. Maybe you bind, or you can use a belt. And again, starting to straighten the legs. You can sway here if you like. And you can look over that right shoulder if that's available for you. Gaze down at the floor and then release. Come back to that sway, let your arms dangle. Bring your hands to the mat, step your right toes back. Runner's lunge, inhale, look forwards. Exhale, lower the right knee. Untuck the back toes. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, send your weight forwards. Lower your hands to the floor and take your half split. Pull your left hip back, pull those left toes with you. And from here you can take a variation. You can send your hips all the way back towards that right heel. Keep pulling the left toes back with you. Pull forwards. Bring your left foot to join the right, step back. Inhale here. Exhale, lower knees. Chest, chin, slide through to your cobra, snake the heart forwards. Pull forwards as you get there and just glute strength. Push your hips down. Lift your chest, pull your shoulders back. Exhale into your child's pose. Inhale, down dog. Exhale, send the weight back. So you're going to bring your right foot forward. Inhale, runner's lunge. Exhale, lower the back knee. And we're going to come into a bind now. So rather than going into our low lunge, I'm going to just do something a little different. I'm going to just turn around so that you can see. So with your right foot forwards, your hand's now coming inside that right foot. Your right shoulder drops so it's as low as the knee. At this point, you might want to reach for your belt or your strap. We are going to take a bind. You're going to start to feed your right hand palm away under your right leg. Bring the back of the hand to the thigh. Same principle, the left arm is going to come round. You can either take hold of your top, a belt, or maybe the fingers touch. Gaze down at the floor and drop that left shoulder. And you can even lunge forwards a little bit, so you allow that right knee to move over the ankle if that is there. If that's happening, it's safe. Keep gazing down at the mat. Gently release the bind, push against that right foot, bring your hands back down. I'm just going to turn back round so that I'm facing the same way. You're going to tuck your back toes under. You're going to step your left foot to the outside of your left hand for Malasana Yogi Squat. You're welcome to use a block for this if you wish. In your Yogi Squat, keep the toes turned out slightly, slowly lower down. Bring your hands to prayer, pressing your elbows into your knees. Draw your heart space forwards. Try and straighten up through the back. Grow the neck, moving the crown of your head towards the ceiling. 3 breaths. Release your hands to the floor. Inhale, lift the hips, and then walk your feet back in, heel toe them together. Inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, take hold of your elbows, take your little shimmy. Any movement that feels good for your arms, your neck. You can even take the shoulders back, elbows back, side stretches. Inhale, reach your hands up. Exhale, gentle back bend is there if you want it. Inhale, and then forward fold as you exhale. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step your left foot back. Inhale, look forwards into your runner's lunge. Exhale, lower the left knee. Take an Anjaneyasana. Exhale, plant the hands down. Pull the right hip back. Pull the right toes with you. And again, if you want to, lower the hips down onto that left heel. And gently fold forwards. Pulling those right toes back still. Nice little variation. Moving forwards now. Bringing that right knee forward. Step your right foot back to join your left. Strong plank. Pull forwards, lower, knees, chest, chin. Move it forwards. Heart space through, take your cobra, glutes on, push your hips down, tops of feet down, pull your shoulders and elbows back, keep moving the ribs and heart space forwards. Beautiful. Exhale to child's pose. Inhale, downward facing. Make your adjustments. Check in with your neck, maybe looking under your arms. Bring that left foot forwards. Inhale, runner's lunge. Exhale, lower the right knee. So instead of doing our low lunge, our Anjaneyasana, we're going to come into that bind again. So if you need your belt, grab that. Bring your hands inside the left foot. I like to walk my left foot to the edge of my mat. Make sure my shoulder is inside the left knee. Untuck the back toes if you wish, if you need to. And then you're going to send the left arm under, palm away. Bring the back of your left hand onto the thigh. And when you're stable, start to send your right arm around, reaching for your fingers maybe, or a top or a belt. Gaze down at the floor, lower the right shoulder. You can lunge a little bit forwards into this if you wish. Breathing in here. Stay with your breath. Gently release the bind and then step the right foot forwards into your yogi squat. So right foot comes to the outside of your right hand, lower down into your yogi squat. Placing the heels down if you can, drawing your heart space forwards, pressing the knees away with your elbows, lengthening through the back, through the neck. Gently release your hands to the floor, press your hips high, walk your feet back in. Inhale, root down and lift up. Exhale, take hold of your elbows again. Inhale, bring your hands to prayer. Lift, take a gentle back bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, forward fold. Hinging at the hips, bend those knees, get your tummy-thigh connection. Chin to chest, feel that length. And I want you to just stay in your forward fold for a minute, working into your hamstrings now. So maybe root down a little bit more through the toes, sending the hips a little higher if you can. If you want to, you can wrap your arms around the backs of your legs at this point. Gets a little deeper, closing the gap between tummy and thighs. Again, it doesn't have to be a static pose. I quite like to move very gently from side to side. And gently lower down onto your knees. Bring your arms to your sides and just sit back into child's pose. Allow your arms and shoulders to rest. Gently sit up and we'll just take a little shoulder stretch. Draw the shoulders up to the ears, back and down, interlace your hands and just draw the arms back, chin to chest, and just stretch out the arms and shoulders. Even lifting the arms a little bit away from the lower back. Gently release your bind. Make your way down onto your back now. Just take your arms over your head. Draw both knees in and take both knees over to the right. Maybe this right hand comes on top of your left knee. And you really just want to keep the left arm that's over your head down on the floor. Don't worry too much about where the knees are. Just feel that nice stretch up the arm into that left shoulder, maybe into the lats down this left side of your body. Relax the left hand. Draw the knees back to center. Take your right arm up and bring your knees over to the left. And you can, of course, shuffle a little bit and use your left hand as a weight onto your knees if you need it. Nice little thigh stretch as well for the legs. Relax your right hand, your right fingers. Draw your knees into your chest and we'll come back to that hug that we started with. So wrap your arms around your legs, bring your forehead up to meet your knees. And then keep that intensity as you gently lower the head back down, lower the shoulders, soften through the upper, middle back and lower back. And just allow your legs now to go long. Take a full body stretch. Reach your arms overhead. Point the toes here. And try and draw your shoulders up to your ears, lifting through the lower back, pulling the belly in, stretching out through the toes, through the fingers. And then very gently come into your Shavasana, allowing the feet to go wide, opening through the knees, opening through the hips. Maybe the arms come down to your sides, or maybe you rest your hands somewhere on your body. Just allow your body now to completely let go. Let the shoulders melt into the floor. Allow the body to just feel held, safe and secure by the ground. I'm going to leave you in Shavasana because I think after all that hard work, you deserve it. Thank you very much for joining me today. Thank you for your presence. Namaste.